Good to go. Good to go adjacent. We'll see how this plays out. Welcome to the Game Corner, another video game podcast. My name is Harrison. You might know me online as RobKTA, and I am joined, as always, by a friend and co-host.
This is Sheldon. You probably know me as Captain Yanova.
What's up? I missed you last week.
I know. I miss y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all. We still miss Rowan, but
Rowan's missing. He's
yes.
He's on a cool work trip or something.
Yeah.
Something neat.
But you and Mike put on a good show, so that was fun.
That was a very fun episode. That was just so different. We went in. Mike said it last episode. You were talking about it today in Discord, but like, I just pulled Mike into the studio and he had no idea that we were recording the whole episode. And he's like, "Oh wait, what? Oh, okay, we're doing this."
I was just here playing Diablo.
Have you started Diablo yet?
A little bit. I'm not too far into it. Haven't had time. I'm a necromancer.
I was gonna take you for either a barbarian or a necromancer. It's one of the two.
Makes sense. I've always played necromancer in Diablo, so.
Okay. This I've not played Diablo before 4.
Diablo 2 was my jam back in the day.
Gotcha. Yeah, we need to play at some point. Before I beat the story and never want to go back to anything below level 50. Or World Tier 2, I guess, is the actual thing. We'll have a Diablo episode. We'll have a full-fledged Diablo episode once all three of us have played more of it. Because I don't even think Rowan's gotten it yet.
Yeah. My wife has been playing it like daily. I just haven't had time to sit down and play it much.
I'm trying to get my wife to play it so that I can sit down and play it daily.
She bought it while I was at work one day, and so she sits there and plays it whenever she gets some free time.
That's fantastic. I just got it this morning. I was playing around, and I got it to work on my Steam Deck, which is very fun. So I'm gonna have
handheld Diablo,
handheld mobile demon slaying. That's gonna be great. What else? How's life going? I feel like I haven't talked to you in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it has been a minute, hasn't it? Things are going good. Things are going good. You know,
you would think that we talk outside of the podcast, but
we talk in text, not voice.
That's
talking.
true. That's true. That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, things go pretty good. You know, you got some life stuff. Work has been crazy busy. School's crazy busy, but you know, keep on.
So the usual.
On. Yeah, and trying to prep for NAIC. That's fun. Right,
we have to touch on NAIC. It is terrifying to think that we have 2.5 weeks thereabout from time of recording. That's scary. That's terrifying.
I'm already settled on one thing though, so at least
you have one thing.
I have one thing.
Do you want to share that one thing?
Oh yeah, I am bringing us Incineroar bird.
Incinerbird.
Walmart's
Incineroar equals Squawkabilly.
Why get an Incineroar when you have Incineroar at home in Squawkabilly? It's kind of the same thing.
The problem is my Incineroar is in home.
Yes. But we're not at that home anymore. That is no longer home.
No. Yeah, that'll be. I want to see what you cook. I've seen you. I've seen you. Some of the stuff you've made, and it's both impressive and terrifying. If I may be so bold. No, but I realized and I tweeted it today because I was just I decided that I'm going to settle on who I am as a person when it comes to playing Pokemon. I like to play rain.
Like to play in the rain.
I like to play in the rain. Florida boy likes his storms, man. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you've always liked rain, though. I remember back whenever we were early in Sword and Shield, you were wanting to use rain so bad.
I did. And this is, I mean, obviously this is the first circuit that are actually playing these regionals, right? And just taking this, this specific archetype and having it evolve through the what is it called? Regulations series, whatever. But like even way back, like I don't know, 2014, 2015, when I first heard about like competitive Pokemon, watching like Smogon stuff or whatever, and I was like, oh, that's super cool. I like Pokemon. I want to play Pokemon better. And I was like, I'm gonna make a rain team because that sounds super cool because all the weather synergy. It's in my DNA at this point.
I get it.
It's who I am. That. Although like I really want to play like good stuffs, and I do like other weather. Like I'm working on Becca's gonna play a Sun team probably for NAIC.
Oh, nice.
So we're doing.
You're having a little competing.
Yeah, weather wars, right? And then sand and snow, no longer hail or whatever. Like I like weather. I like weather wars. I think it's a very fun archetype to play. And then I just stick with water. I stick with the rain.
I get on that train whenever we hit restricted format. That's when I'll.
Because you have Kyogre and Groudon. Of course you're gonna do that.
That's when I get into my weather war.
I'm so excited for like both Kyogre Miraidon teams and Groudon Miraidon teams. Because those are both going to exist. You know that.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Restricted format's just going to be wild. We got a while for that, though.
We do.
But,
we do.
Good grief. It's going to be wild.
Oh, man. Regulation D is upon us after NAIC. So in, 3 weeks, 4 weeks now? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Have you dipped your toe in Regulation D? I don't remember if you have.
Yeah, I made that team for Kevin over at Pokesports, that Hisui and Gudra team.
Right, I need to steal that for other reasons. I'll tell you. I'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I like that team. It's I really like Hisui and Gudra in this format.
Good.
It's so bulky. And then, so the bulk, you can set up bulk. You have shell armor, so like your Urshifus cannot crit you, so you don't care about Urshifu anymore. You can tear
good point.
You can tear it to like flying types, so then fighting types don't hurt you. Ground types don't bother you no more. You got body press. You got heavy slam for flutter mains or whatever fairy types.
Tell me more.
And just sit it beside a Cresselia is what I do, and I Lunar Blessing and body press stuff. It's fun.
Yeah, so I'm so we'll spoilers for all you listening. We have a bunch of fun collabs coming up here in within the next 2 weeks. Right, but before NAIC, we're going to be actually super busy. We've got a lot coming up. We'll talk about that at the end. But one of the things that I threw myself into was the Little Root Lessons'
draft.
The draft league that Little Root Lessons is putting on.
Got there.
Which this is my first draft league of this type, right? Like I played in USPA, which is a player draft league, but this is a Pokemon draft league where you actually draft Pokemon off a board. And I got Hisui and Gudra because I want to play with shiny new toys because they're doing Reg D plus Walking Wake and Iron Leaves. So what Reg D theorized Reg D was, they decided to keep it, which is super cool. So hold on. What's my team right now?
Yeah, let's hear what you got. Your roster here. My
draft roster so far. We're not done yet. We started a week ago.
Oh, okay.
A week and a day ago. It's a very long draft format, which has its ups and downs. There's been a lot of
different time zones and stuff.
Yeah, and like work versus things. It's garnered some discussion, which is fine. I think it's good.
But there's not a good answer usually for something like that when you got people in halfway across the world,
and it's hard to get everyone together for 2-3 hours to go through the draft itself. Trying to coordinate 64 people and 4 pods of 16 or whatever this is.
Yeah.
So my roster right now, and they had it organized by tiers. So you had to pick certain ones from the tiers, and you had different flex picks, point values, all this stuff. Yeah. I'm not going to explain that. You're just going to hear the Pokemon that I have in my team right now, which is Amoonguss, Gudra Hisui, Sableye, Alolan Muck, Cloyster, Revavroom, Slowking Galar, Vespiquen, Hisuian Samurott, and Sandy Shocks.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Those are some Pokemon.
Those are all Pokemon. and some of the picks that I would have liked to have were Snipes, right? I'm in the middle of the draft.
That's always
8
a bad
out of
place
16.
That's a bad place to be sometimes, just because you can't really plan.
Yep.
It's so far. Like if you're last in the draft, that means you get
at least get the double pick. Yeah,
you get a double pick, so you can't get sniped on your next pick.
Mm-hmm.
Like the second one.
So I have 2 more picks coming up, and one that I really wanted was sniped from me, and then one's just gonna kind of fill that last spot. So
go Squawkabilly.
It's taken. I would have taken it. I have enough support on that team already. Before I got down to Squawkabilly, so it's like,
yeah. Well, we know who's gonna win that draft then.
Where's Squawkabilly? Oh, I'm gonna read off the Squawkabilly team, if I can find it. Why? Can I just Nope. I saw Squawkabilly.
SQAWK. SQUAWK.
Oh, there it is. Found it.
Squawkabilly.
Okay, so this team is actually has some threats here. We got Torkoal, Jumpluff, Iron Thorns, Slitherwing, the bird, the myth, the legend, Squawkabilly, Ditto, Indeedee Male, Squovit, Fuecoco, and Crocodile. It's interesting to see what teams people draft, right? Like that's I went into this, I'm like, yeah, I'll do this. It'll be something new. It'll keep me kind of going past NAIC. It'll be fun. And then I'm like, man, I'm kind of dreading this because I don't know what I'm going to be able to snag in this draft. And that, I was upset.
Yeah.
And then I got like, now we're towards the end and I'm like, okay, hold on. This is actually really kind of fun.
Yeah. Oh, I love
it's a roller coaster.
I love drafts. They're so much fun.
Why didn't you come into this one?
Because I don't have time.
Oh, that's right.
Because I love them. Like Sword and Shield times too. They were so much fun, but like I somehow always end up with Cole. People let me get Colossal.
I almost got Colossal.
In Sword and Shield, they let me get Colossal every time I did a draft league, and that's bad news because that is my comfort thing right there. It's like Colossal, Sword and Shield, Dynamax. Let's go.
Where is Colossal? Is it taken?
Colossal's so bad in this generation though. It
is without Dynamax. It's really kind of
well fun. Like it even in like Dynamax, like the damage, it wasn't about the full damage it could do.
It's not. It's not taken. It's not taken yet. You can have Colossal if you were me.
I would have grabbed that thing right up. Give me an Aqua Jet or like
it's B tier, which is pretty good for Colossal. Like it's middling.
Yeah, that's about where it's at because it can be the fastest thing. It can do some things, but it just doesn't hit too hard in this format.
No,
because like you gotta like depend on like Rock Slide or Heat Wave or something if you want to go physical or special.
Right. You got options, but that's neither here nor there. What else do we want to touch on, or are we just gonna go into the topics multiple we have going on today?
We got a lot of events to go through.
We got a lot of things to go over.
Let's hop into those. I think
all right. So if you will recall, listeners, watchers, viewers, chat, friends, family, all that nonsense. Where'd the window go? I was trying to stall so I can find my window. There we go. So last week, when we had Mike on, we recorded Wednesday, and we were about 3 days out from the weekend, where there was Milwaukee and Turin
and Santiago.
And Santiago, yes. But Victory Road, I believe the story is Victory Road went to Turin to like produce the event. So they couldn't get back to their, their office, their whatever. their computers to update all the stats, and we didn't get that until I think this weekend.
Yeah, it was
pretty late.
Yeah.
And then this weekend also was Fresno. So
Fresno and Japan Nationals.
Which
and should have been Korea. And
we can. You want to talk about the Korea thing real quick? Because we didn't talk about that either. We didn't talk.
Oh yeah, that's something I meant to ask you before the show if we wanted to touch on it.
I mean, it's quite upsetting, especially because of all the things that have come out like after it too.
The way it's been handled is disturbing to me, I guess, to say nicely.
Yeah, so on one end, we are not under TPCK.
Yes.
We are not under Pokemon Korea.
We're not under anything Pokemon because they don't pay us anything. So.
Well, no. Oh, sorry. Yes, we're not sponsored by Pokemon, Nintendo, Game Freak, Creatures Inc., Niantic, or any other DNA, whatever else is
or anyone associated. For that matter.
Yeah, we're looking for sponsors though. So if you'd like to reach out, the website is non-existent, but we do have an email,
we'll
which
make
is
one real quick
certainly not on the link tree, but the patron is. So if you would like to sponsor us in a different way as an individual, we greatly appreciate that. Boom, beautiful segue. No, but what I meant is for our events, right? So yeah. we play under TPCI.
We have Play Pokemon. We're on the Play Pokemon circuit.
Yes. Well, yeah. Actually, yes. TPCI.
So,
oversees probably TPCK.
They oversee every. Yeah.
And Play Pokemon.
They're the but we're Play Pokemon. So like the Western.
Yes.
Mostly like so you're like Asian, like the Chinese, the Japanese.
You just said like every nationality in one sentence and did not actually make sense.
But so
we play Pokemon is for non-Asian, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what Sheldon was trying to say.
Yes.
So yes. So we're under a different umbrella. We don't we've obviously therefore never interacted with them. So we don't know how their events are run like at a
like a personal level. Like we don't really experience it over here. Like we don't have
we do with our events, and we will with NAIC directly under Play Pokemon. So we don't know how that works at all.
Yep.
We've only seen what's on social media, what's come out from both sides, right? We have the players talking, and we have a statement. We have some statements from TPCK about that. So there's a lot to go over. I don't think
paraphrase it.
I think paraphrase it nicely.
Yeah. So basically, so the way the world's invites and all are determined is they have a best of one, basically ladder tour to decide who makes it to the next stage of their tournament. Mm-hmm. So, it's like playing in a global challenge or something, but the system was completely broken because you could end up getting matched with the same person over and over. And so basically, I can't remember what the rating cap was, but you had to play at least 10 games, I think, and have a rating of 1,600 or something, I think, to get an invite to the next round of the tournament. Well, they play through all that. It's a horrible, horrible way to decide these people are getting Worlds invites, travel allowances to go to Worlds, all this other stuff. And so the top 4 at the end of it all, they decided, hey, we kind of want to take a stand because we don't think this is right. And this whole thing's a joke anyway. On
top of that, was Korea the one that had all the you can easily game the system, you can really cheat your way up the ladder? Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. And I'm so if there was a almost a glitch in it that you, like I said, you could get matched with the same person over and over. You could almost glitch it in a certain way to guarantee you would play the same person you just played.
Mm-hmm.
So if you beat them and you had a really good matchup and you could just always beat that person, all you had to do is just keep, and you could just play that same person over and over again. Which
and then the way
it's just crazy.
The way that the ladders tend to work, it's not based off your matching would be based off of your MMR or your current rating, whatever. maybe not MMR, but whatever the number is, right? Your match will be based off of that.
Elo or whatever.
But how it increases is based off of how often you win or lose.
Yes.
So you can keep getting, that discrepancy. But you keep winning.
Gaining.
You keep gaining. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yep.
That was bad English. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's a little different than like the showdown ladder, but cause but yeah, so the top 4 in protest all decided that they were all going to bring a team of nothing but metronome.
Yep.
To kind of saying, hey, we don't care about who finishes first or fourth. We think this is like, we all got our day 2 invites at this point. That's all we wanted.
And it's all random anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like their whole thing. But so TPCK did not like them protesting this. And so they started I feel like they just started picking rules out and just throwing it, just saying you broke this rule. Because the original statement was very, very vague.
Well, the original statement was, there's a clause, I guess, and I don't know if it's in our handbook. We should probably check that out. But that's like, you can be disqualified on judge's discretion.
Yeah.
As vague as that is.
I'm pretty sure that is in ours too.
I think so.
But usually though, that it's not a
that
just
comes with
we don't
other
like
things.
You. Yeah. There's something like, not you're standing up for yourself. Like, don't stand up for yourself because that's not right. Like,
right.
What? Like it gives me that big corporate like vibe, kind of feel like, don't talk back to us. Do what you're told. It gives me the ick just thinking about it. But yeah, so they DQ'd all these guys, and like some of the wording that they used was like, if I remember correctly, it was harmful imagery or something.
I think the idea was like, you're trying to make a mockery of this, so we don't want to put it on stream, right?
It was just some like,
it was
weird. And then like a week after, they released another statement saying players were disqualified for hacking, for using unauthorized software to generate their Pokemon,
for illegally modified Pokemon. Yes.
And the only thing I think they had a leg to stand on was the collusion. They threw that out too. Which
for the Gen Pokemon thing, it was, they looked at some of the teams they used that were put out as rentals in previous tournaments that the players have played in. And then yes, the collusion obviously was an issue. Like I think originally they DQ'd one of the players, and then all of them.
But then they all decided they DQ'd one person. Then the next person they brought in was like, yeah, I'll do this too. Like, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
Let's make a stand.
So yeah, they definitely, like, they did their thing. They got attention, right? They accomplished their goal.
I think they needed to, but will it change anything?
I don't think so.
I wish it would, but
yeah,
because there's no reason they should play a whole different format than what we play. That is just absurd.
That makes no sense to me.
Could you imagine, like,
no,
yeah, if we play best of 1 and then all of a sudden NAIC is like, oh yeah, open team sheet best of 3.
That's wild to me. Like, it makes no sense.
Oh, that's something else I skipped over on the tournament too, is their open team sheet. Like, you got the open team sheet, you could look at it until the battle started, I think it was, and then you had to put it down. It was weird.
I didn't know they had that kind of restriction on it.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't full open team sheets like we get though. It was just like moves in Terra or something. Maybe not Terra type. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
It's a whole mess. Yeah. VGC.
Japan does not have open Terra.
Oh, that's what that was. Closed. Okay.
Japan has open nature.
Japan closed Terra. Yeah,
closed Terra and open nature.
So was Korea. Korea was closed Terra type too.
Okay.
Yeah, like
wild.
It's insane. And then these people are going to have to go play Worlds against all these other great
who played a completely different, like, if you can,
and they do well at Worlds too. Like,
I was about to say, if you can play closed team sheet and like a different sort of, information available to you in their open team sheets, if you can play those two formats and do really well, you're gonna do really well in our format, right? Like
Which
our
is weird
format
that
gives more information.
I feel like they're to me they're just so far different. Like playing closed,
Yeah,
best of one
it is
is
still a different skill,
so different than playing a best of 3 open team sheet. Like that,
and it's different
so different.
at team building, which is very important,
Yes,
right? Like
yes,
that's the kind of mind-boggling bit to me.
yeah.
Because you have to
Like
build
the way
differently
we
for
like when I
others.
think of some things, like there's some things like okay, this is like I want this to hit this speed, but like you go to best of
Right.
one, they can just go all out the window.
You can
Like
do some wild things because it
yeah,
doesn't matter. There's no game two.
yes,
That is your one
yep,
instance to do well with this team. So you want to
yep,
go wild,
yes,
right? So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's wild,
It's
man.
yeah, it's sad what happened to him. I'm glad they spoke up.
Oh,
Maybe it will encourage others in that circuit too. But
the sad part about it too is, as of right now, I've not heard anything different. But I did see that they were disqualified indefinitely.
they were indefinitely banned. Yeah,
Yeah, banned. That's
yeah,
the word.
which is even luckily Pokemon is not a well-paying video game esport type deal.
Yeah, it's a whole
So
other
it's not
topic
like,
we can talk about.
so that's I guess that's one solace in it is like these people, you're not making a living playing Pokemon. You
Yeah,
can't
but that's almost
win
like
tournaments
that's almost worse because you're playing this game and doing
just for
well
fun.
because you love the game,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
we don't play because we're trying to get rich off of this, make living off it.
It's not League of Legends where you can make $1 million as like the third best team. Like
Right? No, we have to beg our listeners on Patreon to make money. There's my other plug for the episode.
hey,
No, but like yeah. There's nothing. There's you play it because we love the game, right?
yeah.
So if,
Like,
if I was banned from Pokemon, I would be like, I mean that you've definitely made your point, right? Like
mm-hmm.
you have people are gonna remember this for at least another 2 months, but like for a while, and realize like, oh, there's a problem here. I mean, I imagine, our Game Corner franchise in Korea, they're probably talking about it more. They have more information.
Yes, go find them.
Go find them. No, but like, there's probably a lot more talk about it going on in their region because it's close to home, and everyone was affected by it. They're not filling those spots. Those 4 spots.
Yeah,
day
Korea has no day 2 representation.
So it sucks for everyone involved, really.
It does. Like, so the people that had day 1 invites still get those.
Yes, but they don't get like
the 4 day 2s.
Yes, there's no shuffling those spots around. They're just gone.
Yeah, which is just wild.
And that was our very brief paraphrase of the whole situation.
There's a lot more.
This is why Sheldon and I can't do episodes by ourselves. We approach me and Mike levels of longevity in these episodes.
Because we enjoy talking to each other, I guess.
No, because we don't have a time crunch. A hard stop.
Rowan isn't saying he's got to go raid in Guild Wars.
Putting him on blast. Actually, if we ever continue to record on Wednesday nights, it might be a little easier. But that's a whole different. That makes it harder for me to edit.
That does. That's the only part I don't like it for you. That sucks.
But hey, okay. Third plug for our own stuff. The Discord. I'm trying to get back into it at least. I start a timer. I say, hey, I'm editing now, and then I'm finished editing. And it's really fun to see how short I can get that time between messages on Discord.
Making
a game for myself, and then no one actually pays attention to it, but I do it for myself. It's there and it's fun for me, but it could be fun for you. Join the Discord. Japan Nationals. Want to go over Japan since we're already on that side of the world?
Yeah. The one big interesting thing to me was the winning team.
So do you have all the pastes? I also I just sent you a thing.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's both on Twitter and in our chat.
Yeah.
So
I was looking at Victory Road.
Oh, I don't know why I don't do that. We have Victory Road now. I'm silly.
It's all on Victory Road.
Okay, pulling that up real quick.
But same thing as their weird, you know, structure. Best of one double elimination bracket with a best of three grand finals.
Hold on. I'm trying to find Japan Nationals main stage 1. Is that it?
Japan National Championship.
Japan National Championship main stage 2023, May 14th of May. 450 qualified players.
10 to 11 June.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's not it.
It's under national championships on the on the 2023 season paid tab.
National championships. Oh, I just skipped right over that page.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's easy too. Yeah.
Got it. They played in Chiba, Japan, 10th to 11th of June. Yeah, that makes sense. That's how time works. Only 118 master players, and then what you just said, right? Best of one, double elimination bracket with best of three grand finales. Day 1, closed team sheet. Day 2, open team list, but with closed Terra types. That hurts my head.
It's so weird.
But this top team was pretty neat.
Well, there was one standout thing to me, at least, of it. And that was the Talonflame.
Oh, the Talonflame.
No item Talonflame.
No what? Talonflame?
No item. It has no item for acrobatics.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you keep your Gale Wings and you can just keep attacking instead of, Brave Bird, then you break your Gale Wings. Yeah, so they ran no item.
I mean, you're hoping that you're not getting targeted.
Yeah.
But ooh, that's interesting. Spicy.
So it's probably the difference between getting one priority attack off and two.
Yeah, that's probably true. Because I mean, I don't know, because you have Tailwind there, which is obvious for Talonflame. Yes, for acrobatics you don't hurt yourself like you do with Brave Bird. But do you? I mean, Fake Out exists, right? Like you have other options to.
I'm going to assume it's probably Terra Ghost because
that makes sense.
But we don't get that. But we can't see those because it was closed Terra.
Yeah,
and it was Adamant Nature too. So this thing was probably like a max attack Talonflame hitting you with a base 110.
Do you think it was just 252, 252?
Probably.
Yeah, like that makes sense. Like just high speed, high attack, adamant.
Yeah.
Work
whacking you with 110 priority attack. Like we think Wave Crash or Jet Punch is a high priority. Like good grief. 110 with stab.
You're right in guessing that's probably Terra Ghost, but Terra Flying.
Oh yeah,
acrobatics.
You're blowing everything up.
Ooh,
priority
because,
acrobatics.
Let's be real, right? Like Talonflame's pretty frail to begin with, so it's going down in 2 hits.
Yeah,
usually. Maybe 1. I mean, without a sash, obviously. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm certainly not gonna test that out for myself. Wait, why does it say?
What?
It says okay. So I'm looking at a paste, and maybe hold on. Let me see if it's the same paste that I get here. It is not. Okay, I'm going to ignore one of the pastes I'm looking at has some EVs, but I don't think that's right. I think it's just randomly having some EVs. So I'm going to promptly ignore that. Yeah, but so that's the star. Well, what we're looking at that's what caught our attention. But the rest of the team is Mouse Ape, Grim Snarl, Tinglu, and Iron Hands.
Iron Hands.
So that's not a bad team. Just looking at it too, right? Like, I mean, obviously, one. Like I would look at that team and be like, yeah, that's a team I would try to play, or at least imagine doing well.
Like Leftovers, Tinglu, with Sand Tomb. I like that. I was running Sand Tomb, Tinglu at the start of the format.
Did you ever actually like take that to ladder or something? You didn't take it to a regional, did you?
Did I? I don't
I don't
remember
know.
if I did or not. I don't remember if I had Tinglu on one of my teams or not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I don't even remember. If I brought a Tinglu, then I probably had Sandtomb on it because I like that better than Fissure personally.
No one runs Fissure anymore.
You got your Misty Terrain Grimmsnarl.
That's pretty neat. Misty Terrain is just never used.
Keep your stuff from getting burnt, like your Iron Hands.
And just control the terrain. You can take away Psychic Terrain.
Yep. So you can hit them with your Acrobatics.
Yep.
So, yeah. Some pretty cool stuff.
So turn 1, set up Tailwind, and then you do Misty Terrain, and then turn 2, you blow things up with Acrobatics.
Yes.
Yeah, I see that. Assuming that you don't get hit.
Yes, assuming that.
But yeah, that's pretty neat. What else from these teams stands out to you?
There's a Weird Ear, and so the top just also for this tournament, all the top 8 got day 2 worlds. So I'm just looking at the top 8.
Yeah,
there's a weird.
Where do you see?
Not Weird Ear.
I was gonna say Weird Ear.
What's that thing called? Stantler. That's what it is. Not Weird Ear. The baby one.
Where's? Am I blind? Oh, Stantler. Oh, pff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thing
number
with
8.
Reindeer with a giant nose.
It do have that. Number 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had Stantler
with the Eviolite.
Eviolite Stantler. That's pretty interesting. It's a Trick Room setter, right? It is there to support and support only. It's got Helping Hand, Hypnosis, Reflect, and Trick Room.
Thing goes down to a taunt real quick.
Yeah, it does. But everything else here is pretty neat. You have with it a Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, Great Tusk, Sylveon, and Torkoal. So you got a fast mode and you have Trick Room.
Slow mode. Yep.
And then you have Great Tusk sitting there in the middle.
And a Choice Spec Sylveon, which is
Choice Spec Sylveon, Choice Scarf Chi-Yu.
And a Choice Spec Quick Attack.
The fastest quick attack in all the land. I also it's Choice Specs, Hyper Voice, Hyper Beam, Terra Blast, and Quick Attack.
Yeah.
No coverage, just different flavors
just
of
fairies. Just lots of fairy.
Yeah. Holding a Choice Spec, sorry.
It's got specs, yeah.
So you can choose one flavor of fairy and go hard, and that's it.
Yes.
Although, yeah, the Quick Attack's weird because it's probably not.
It's just there to pick off It's probably just picking off sashes.
Yeah, or something. And then what else looks interesting here? Everything else is kind of neat.
Ding Dong Bronzong.
We got Bronzong in the other top 8 spot. Safety Goggles Bronzong, sitting next to a Fluttermane, a Volcarona, a Gyarados, a Tyranitar, and an Amoonguss. Which is
Okaberry Amoonguss.
Yeah. How'd you say that?
Oka?
Ocarina Berry? What does Okaberry do?
Fire. The fire, super effective fire.
That makes sense because it's red.
Yeah.
That makes sense because it's red.
Mirror Herb Gyarados. It probably works well if you swap it in onto a Defiant Mind, so that way you get the boost.
Right. I guess that's Mirror Herb only copies increase? Is that true?
Increases. I think it should. Hopefully. If not, then
Mirror Herb will copy an opponent's stat increase once. For instance, if the opponent uses Belly Drum, Mirror Herb will activate and raise the holder's attack +6, yada yada yada. So yeah, it's only increases and only once. So
yeah, so you can get your +2.
Interesting.
On a Defiant Mind.
Right, because it's copying the increase, not the total.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not the end, the total increase.
Yeah, I got you.
Tauros. If you see a Tauros now, like you can probably expect it's Mirror Herb. So when it jumps in to intimidate you, like your King Gambit,
it's going to get the +2.
It's getting a +2 while you get a +1.
I see. Okay, cool. That was a little confusing with the wording, but that is fine. Clearly, I've never used Mirror Herb. So, And then the rest, I mean, we saw, I mean, every team has a ghost type, whether it's in the shape of Fluttermane, Goldengo, or Annihilate. There is a Mimikyu in second, which is pretty cool. Next to Arcanine,
is it a
Metal
Mimikyu?
Delibird. Is it beat up?
No.
No, player of Shadow Snake, Woodhammer, Curse.
It's their Dozo answer right there. Curse.
Yeah. Curse and Woodhammer.
Yeah. The Gunk Shot Annihilate.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if that was Terra Poison.
Poison.
To help that out.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'll delete some Fluttermanes, all right.
Yeah. That's
and the wild charge on Arcanine is some good.
That's some old tech. It's interesting to see that coming back.
Instead of Will-O-Wisps going with a coverage move.
Yeah. So that is the Japan. Unless there's anything else that really piques your interest.
That's pretty much it, I think.
All right.
That's all we got paced for anyway, or the top 8. So
that's true. We have so much Pokemon.
We do.
All right. Let's look at. I mean, I guess we do this in order. You want to do Milwaukee, then Turin, then Fresno?
Well, I was just going to say Santiago, but we don't have pace of Santiago. So Javier Valdez won with a Goldingo, Amoonguss, Mouseape, Iron Bundle, Great Tusk, and a Talonflame. No list, so I don't know.
Yeah, we don't have any other information than that.
No information on that, so.
But we did get Worm in second place.
Worm in second. Worm had a big weekend.
Javier Ponce. With Flutter, Earthworm, Chien-Pao, Gyarados, Ting-Lu, and Dragonite.
Pretty basic work. Like if you see a Earthworm, that team is pretty.
This is a good Earthworm team.
Yeah,
especially because the same team got fourth.
There you go.
So there's some worming to be done here.
Yeah, there's a Magnezone in the top 8, and a Goodra, and a Vaporeon. What?
Dude, wait, Vaporeon. I see the Magnet. Where's the Goodra? Oh, and the Goodra's next to the Vaporeon. Is that a manual? That could be. No, wait. Never mind.
It's Mouseape plus Vaporeon, Grimmsnarl, and Goodra. Like
and Flutter, but like what? What?
It's weird. And it's funny. The one team that didn't have Flutter main is the one that won. And
it was still holding the Goldengo, which is great.
Which Goldingo kind of beats Fluttermane's up, so.
Oh yeah. I mean, if I still love Terra Steel, Goldengo, Make It Rain.
Yeah,
it's just.
I'm partial to my Terra Water. Lefties.
Yeah, but like we said at the top of the episode, I play in the rain, so I don't care about your fire.
Exactly,
it's neutral.
That makes sense. That you make a good point.
Yeah, I make it rain in my rain team. So yeah, that's neat. I wish we had pastes. I mean, I want to see more information here.
But that doesn't give us much to talk about, so.
I do like the Magnezone and Palafin, Arcanine, Baxcalibur, Old Greg, and Brute Bonnet, and Fluttermane in 8th there. That's pretty neat. But again,
that's all we got.
Those 6 Pokemon look cool. And we'll go with that.
All right, on to Turin.
On to Turin. Control F. Turin. Turin. There we go. Turin special event.
Yes.
Over in Italy. We actually have pace
David Cognetta. Yeah, won with the Earthworm.
Wow, look at this. Hey, guess what? On this team, it's Fluttermane, Schlurm, Chien-Pao, Gyarados, Ting-Lu, and, hold on, Dragonite. What a team.
Yes.
So this was, that was, what did we send out? Yeah, so this team made its rounds that weekend.
Yep. Magnezone apparently too.
Is Magnezone here again?
3rd.
Oh, in 3rd. Oh, what is that? Magnezone sitting there with
a Breloom.
And a Breloom. Getting those quick spores. That was a bad sound. I'm sorry for whatever. Just that was sonically displeasing to me. I'm not editing it out. It's gonna stay in the podcast.
Leave it.
But yeah. So quick spores. My goodness, it's nice to see Breloom making a showing. That I wish Mushroom Kangaroo was better.
I know.
I
feel like we didn't get a lot of time in like. Well, I say we didn't get a lot of time, but like our base regional decks was over so quick.
There was one event that we had in Series 1, and then Series 2 I feel was too short. Series Regulation C, whatever, I feel like this is the forever regulation.
Yes.
It
feels like it.
So long. I miss Series 2
we needed
so
more
much.
time. We needed more time with Reg A, I guess, basically is what it should have been. We needed more time with that. For like, because you would have gotten a lot of these other Pokemon like could have shown a little bit more, but we added so much power. So much power,
so fast. It's
so
bad.
Fast.
Bad.
It went up a ton, and in Reg B, it shot up because of the Paradox Mons. But even so powerful.
They are. And like, yes, I definitely wish that we had more time in Series 1, but like, even just having, again, the Ruinous Pokemon made such a difference that, Reg C could have been Reg B.5, but no, it is entirely different. And truly, looking at some of the stuff that's come out of Reg D so far in the early testing people have done, and early cooking, the appetizers, is that what we should say for this? I like that. It's the appetizers. For Regulation D. It's been like, it looks healthier to me, and I don't know if that's because it's new and shiny, or it's actually better.
I think,
but it continues the power creep.
Yeah, I like higher powered formats personally a little bit better. I think like it's a little bit easier because things kind of settle at the top a little bit more. I think
it's bittersweet. Like, I can see that being nice because you really know what you're looking at, and you really like the pool of popular usable Pokemon shrinks a little bit.
You get more clear tiers. I think.
It's been so long since I've lost Sheldon in a podcast, in a recording on Riverside. He's gone.
No,
he's gone.
Not me. I think you're gone.
He's back.
I think that was you.
Oh no. We'll see. And by we'll see, I mean tell us in the comments, because I'm not going to listen to this. And
I'm here.
Why
would you listen to it?
Anyway, what were you saying? say it again for the listeners, because I definitely heard it.
Yeah. I forgot.
Power creep.
Yeah.
At least, like, so in higher powered formats, right? When we get closer to restricteds and these sub legends keep coming in, and when home opens up and we get a whole bunch of things after the DLC, I do want to see how the DLC will change things, but we have 6 months for that.
See, I kind of wish we would have gotten the DLC before we started adding more to the decks or to the formats.
No, I wish we had DLC before we had home.
So we got the more regular Pokemon added in before we added the Paradox, before we added the Ruinous, before we added Sub Legends.
Okay. Before Sub Legends, I agree, because that's going to be a wild power creep. But before, I'm fine with how Regulation A moves into Regulation B, because like we had the Paradox Pokemon, that's fine.
Yeah.
The Ruinous, I think, could wait. If DLC came before Regulation D and the Ruinous, that'd be great, I think. Oh, sorry, like DLC minus Sub Legends.
Yeah.
Right. So
I would throw Ruinous in with Sub Legends personally.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. So whatever DLC brings for like normal Pokemon, and then any new Paradox would have been a really cool follow up. And then bring in the Ruinous, then bring in more sub-legendaries, then bring in home.
Yeah.
Right? And actually, Ruinous and whatever sub-legendaries we get from the DLC could have been one regulation. But that's a different timeline, not this one.
Yeah. We threw these things into a format that were not comparable to in power level.
No.
Like it's crazy to think. Like, I mean, something like Fluttermane, like it legitimately is almost on a not restricted level, but it's up there as far as just its sheer power and what
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is crazy. Like just what we have, somebody like Ting Lu. Ting Lu is just so good at what it does.
Look at Wo-Chien.
Yeah.
I wish it was better.
We have Wo-Chien. Yes, it is a thing. Qian Pao though, I
No,
mean,
yeah.
Yu, they just add so much and they do what they do so good.
And just the fact of how they change math.
Yeah.
Like the math they added sucks.
Math is fictional at this point. Like
The numbers, it's all
your
made
count
up.
doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
The numbers don't matter. Yes. So yeah, it's interesting. However, people are playing with them. Like what else from Santiago looked really cool. We had Vaporeon. Wait, is this?
No, that was
No. Sorry, I'm looking at not Santiago. Go away. Wait.
you're
What did I do? I had a different. There we go. I got my tabs all mixed up. I was like, look, Vaporeon's back because there was a different conversation we had. I'm gonna close that. There we go.
Tangents.
Always tangents.
Need red lines just connecting our conversations.
If someone wants to do that, be my guest. Yeah,
I'll probably use it.
I'll pay you. Yeah, for that information. All right. Breloom in third was super neat. We have Wataros and well, that's not that strange. Nothing else is super. Actually, Dragapult's a little new. We don't see him a lot.
It's just so weird. Dragapult's such a strong Pokemon. It's so weird we don't see it more.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's because we have things like Iron Bundle that just things with that much speed. Because Iron Booster Energy, Iron Bundle completely nullifies so many Pokemon.
Yep.
It's like it's a Regieleki effect. Regieleki, like it was so good in Dynamax formats when you use some of your top usage mons are like Landorus, and yet Regieleki was still so good, but because you have base 200 speed.
Because it goes first.
Yeah,
it does what it does.
It's faster than some things are in Tailwind.
Yep.
Like that's insane. Yeah, you had to hit 138 speed minimum to outspeed it in Tailwind.
Baffling. But yeah, this Dragapult, fast as it is, was a choice band variant. Looks like it was playing off of what Justin Tang did, except instead of Terra Steel, it was Terra Fire with Dragon Darts, Outrage, Phantom Force, and Terra Blast.
I mean,
that's interesting.
Choice band Dragapult though hits hard.
It hits hard. Yeah, no, it's
with a Chien-Pao, it hits very hard.
Yeah, Chien-Pao, it can be its partner, and it's gonna do work. All right, Turin.
There's a Scizor at number 8.
Scizor is neat. Seeing it do work is always fun.
Yeah, I mean it's a Fluttermane killer.
Right.
Doesn't do much other than that.
Bullet Punch, Feint, Pounce, and Protect. I mean, Feint's useful.
Feint is useful. Yeah, that's a move you don't see too often, and you get hit by it, and you're like, oh, that's what it does.
It's priority and it destroys Protect. Cool.
Yeah. Thanks.
Cool. Wasted my turn.
Yeah. So, and that's something that's real easy. Like, even open team sheet, you just don't think about.
Yeah.
So that's if you don't use it all the time, kind of thing.
It's also +3, +4. It's a high priority.
Yeah, it's very high priority. Yeah.
So you can use that to pick off some heavy things, and with Technician, it does damage.
Yeah.
I've seen.
And Quick Guard is a very useful move on it too.
Quick Guard. Does Quick Guard negate Feint?
Yes.
Okay, because that makes sense, right?
It blocks all priority moves.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a cool Pokemon. It definitely has its place.
You'll see that. You'll see Life Orb, Sword Stance, kind. I've seen Clear Amulet, Swords Dance.
I don't know if I would really want to set up. I guess if you aim to set up your scissor, then you can have more bulk to help it out.
You know, Choice Band I think was one of the original.
Yeah, Choice Band makes sense. Choice Band, Bullet Punch, Technician, that's doing work. Terra Steel, just add to it. Okay, that's Turin.
Let's get to the meat of it here. Milwaukee.
Milwaukee was first. Yeah, I was there.
You were there.
Yeah, I was there.
I don't see you on the list though.
Yeah, you won't. You really won't. Not Milwaukee. Ooh. Oh boy. Where did
it happens? We all have those days.
I think I said it last week, but like that was the first time I really had one of those days, and I was like, yeah, this sucks.
That was me at Knoxville. It's like, I'm going to get a drink.
Yeah.
Had enough of that. I'm gonna y'all keep playing. I'm gonna go take a nap, get a beer, go take a nap.
And then see feel better later.
Yeah. And see y'all when you get done.
So Milwaukee happened a couple weekends ago. What was that? June 3rd and 4th. We had 563 Masters players. I was one of them. Kevin was one of them. Bruno was one of them. Y'all others were missed.
We missed. Still FOMO.
Oh man,
I don't. Cheese curds.
There's the FOMO should have been for cheese curds and a fun lift ride.
Fun lift ride. Never get Lyft. We do not sponsor Lyft.
Oh man, no, I would do it again. It was like $10 cheaper to do Lyft, and it only cost us that. Yeah. It only gave us a traumatic, fun bonding experience. Yeah. So if you want that story, it's at the end of last episode.
Was that $10 worth the therapy?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So the top 8 for Milwaukee, which was pretty fun. So Kevin and I were at the Airbnb. We played the PC on Sunday because we just, we didn't play well Saturday. We figured we'd do it again Sunday.
Yeah,
but we had enough time.
You feel like you're at day 2 then, you feel like you're doing something.
Yeah, we paid to play day 2. Goodness. We finished the PC. We got lunch across the street from the convention center, and then Ubered back to the Airbnb, and then had time to turn on the stream and watch all of top 8. So it was great timing while playing Tears of the Kingdom, of course. But it was fun to watch, if I remember correctly. But seeing
it was a good stream. There's some good battles, and
there's a lot of. I mean, we saw a lot of the same matchups, but it did feel like there was a lot of the same team. However, looking at the top 8, that's not entirely the case. It just has a lot of.
I mean, 3 teams are exactly the same, or as far as Pokemon, that's 6.
That's a fair point. Is it 3?
Yeah,
it is 3. Yes. Brian Yom, who was the winner, Paul Chua, and Justin Tang all had the same 6 Pokemon.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, 3 very good players brought the exact same team.
I wonder if this team is good. New Balance. It
is New Balance. It's the dad shoes going out the grill.
Dad shoes.
Get your New Balance.
Yes. Good. Just good. Fluttermane, Amoonguss, Chi-Yu, Gyarados, Ting-Lu, and Iron Hands makes up 3 of the top 8 here at Milwaukee. So yeah, that's interesting to see that. I don't know how different their teams were. I guess I can pull up pace. Hold on. 1.
Yeah, we can
2.
do that. We can
3.
We can break it down.
Oh, we did. Wait.
They're very different. Oh, not very, but
yeah, not super. They all have Terra Fairy Gyarados.
Yep.
Which is neat.
I think that's the common. So I think Brian Yom and Justin Tang have pretty much the same team.
I think they are the very same team, yes.
Yeah, and Paul Chua's was a lot more unique.
Paul Chua had different items.
Different items, different move choices.
So I mean, it's interesting though, because you see, I mean, obviously, this team did really well, but this team got 3 distinctly different places, in top 8, which is, I think, I don't know. Like, there's so much RNG in Pokemon. It's kind of hard to like look at these specific, like one snapshot of a top 8 and be like, this team is obviously it has differences or it's very good or whatever. But you have, like you said, 3 really good players taking these same 6 Pokemon and piloting and building them slightly different. These are 6 good Pokemon.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what to do for NAIC, these are 6 good Pokemon.
Yeah. And that's always like a tried and true method is like, what's 6 just really good you know what I mean? Like they all have good base stat totals. They all have
the problem
hit hard.
The problem though with taking just good stuffs or balance is those archetypes of teams I feel generally has like the higher skill ceiling.
There's a skill cap. Yep.
Yeah. Higher skill cap.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's always the thing with them because positioning is always key on those.
Yeah, these top 8s that I watched from both Milwaukee and
it's your
Fresno,
leads.
It's so much switching, so much lead, so much knowing the flow chart.
That's the Pokemon I love though. It's like that's what we need.
Good. It's so good. It's one thing to sit there and like throw out some Pokemon and watch pixels blow each other up really fast.
Yeah,
which is fun. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, but the positioning game, the chess that is Pokemon. Yes,
it's fun to watch too.
Yeah, like if your opponent plays passively, protects, or just doesn't really do anything, and you're able to get a free swap or a free setup in, like, oh man,
being able to capitalize on that, beautiful. Beautiful. What else? We have another Schlurm. Alex Underhill brought a slightly different Schlurm team.
Yes.
We still have Fluttermane or Earthworm.
Doesn't Alex Underhill always have Gothitelle?
Yeah, I was gonna say Gothitelle. I think
he's the Gothitelle like stan. Like he always has a Gothitelle on his team.
Yeah, Gothitelle and Iron Hands make up that team. So taking off the Gyarados and the Gyarados and whatever the other one was of the other Schlurm team. I've lost it.
Amoonguss.
Was it Amoonguss? No. Yeah. Was it? Maybe.
Well, it's missing Amoonguss and Chi-Yu and.
Oh no! Of the other Slurm.
The other Slurm. Oh, my bad. Schlurm. What else is Schlurm?
Oh my goodness! I gotta find that. Gyarados is one that I mentioned. Where's Turin?
Yeah, that's all it's missing is Gyarados.
Was it Gyarados and Hams?
You get Gyarados instead of the Gothitelle.
Hold on, I don't believe there's something else. Tell me I'm not just. Oh, Chimpao.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Chimpao instead of Hams.
Yeah. Sword Leopard.
Yeah.
Sword Snow Leopard.
Snow Worm. Catworm. Worm Cat.
Yeah. Everything's a worm.
Everything's a worm on that team. Okay, yes. So sorry. That was. I had a stroke there for a moment.
Too many worms.
Oh my goodness. Too many tabs up because we were almost prepared for this episode, and it's great.
Yeah. I had all my tabs, but then I started opening more tabs, and it just made it a mess.
I've got 3 screens here, all just things going on, and I'm like,
I got something I want to do for a 3rd screen. I need to set that up sometime.
We'll talk later.
I just got an old TV. And I'm
like, sure.
I was like, that'll be great to just use it as a computer monitor.
Yeah,
So I just got to put it on the wall.
It's very true. Okay, back to Milwaukee.
There's a Palmot.
There's a Palmot in Palmot Dondozo team with that Rushil Faker. Conkeldonk. Oh goodness, yes. I know. That's a name I recognize. Yeah, Conkeldonk did great. I'm bringing that Palmot. Look at this. This
hasn't
is
he
been
running
1
this like
team? Yes, he has been.
He's been running this since like Oceania, hasn't he?
I think so. I think he's really taken like this team, and I don't know. I imagine there's been adjustments. He may have said that in an interview. I forget. Yeah. But either way, he's doing great. Shout out to you, Conkeldonk.
That's one thing though. Well, we talked about the power creep. That is one thing with this format though. I think is actually very interesting. Is you can run a team without Paradox or Ruinous Pokemon, and it functioned perfectly well.
Do you remember 6 months ago when we had that discussion of like, do we need to have Paradox? Do we need to have Ruinous? We had that. I think we had those discussions before each of the new regulations.
Oh, we probably did. Doesn't surprise me.
No, we did. Yeah, I forget exactly what we said, but I think the end result was we don't necessarily need one, but you have to be aware of their existence.
Yeah.
Right?
It's your team. That's where you're team building. Like if you're like, okay, I've covered everything I need to cover with these specifics. So like Conkedonk, he probably covers everything that he needs to cover without the Ruinous Mon. Then you can justify not running that or even a Paradox Pokemon.
Yep.
Because you know your matchup. You're like, okay, you know your leads. You have your flow chart.
You know what you're doing.
You know what you're doing. Great. So that you know that's where preparation and knowledge kind of take over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just running like we said, good stuffs. You know, that kind of takes it's that same kind of thing where it's almost a skill.
Yeah.
Gap.
Absolutely.
Type situation.
You know what you're doing. You've played this team so much. You know all your matchups. You know your flow charts. You know what to do. You know what your leads are. You know your weaknesses. You know how to handle everything that you can see. If you play the same team for 6-7 months in a row, you probably know what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
And I imagine again I have to imagine he's made some adjustments.
Yeah, you have to over time. Like speed tiers change.
So you change your EV sets. You've probably changed a few moves or some Terra types. I don't know if he might have changed the Tatsugiri flavor.
Probably. He's running speed boosting.
Yeah. I don't know. With a choice scarf. Either way, that's super cool. That's a cool team. I'm pretty sure he's bringing the same thing to NAIC. I saw him on Twitter say something like around those lines.
So if you see him on your pairings,
you know it's a Series 1 team.
Yeah, get ready for it because you're about to be sad because you lost to a Series 1 team.
Yeah, that's very true. But a good player playing well.
Yes,
that's gonna happen. Nothing else jumps out at me as super interesting.
Yeah, not in the top 8 anyway.
Yeah, and we don't have. We gotta go.
Yeah.
We're already over an hour. We have like one more. Yeah, shocking for us, right?
Rowan's gonna yell at us. I can already hear him. I just hear him like tapping his watch, sending a Discord message right now.
Where are they done yet? Goodness. Where's?
Be funny. He just needs to pop into the riverside and be like, "Why are you guys still here?" and then leave.
He doesn't care that much. We don't want to make him out to be that much of a.
We just got to build the lore and the narrative here.
That's fair. Okay.
Fresno.
I'm excited about Fresno. Fresno was the last whatever this is regional in
last
NA.
Regional. Yep.
Up in Fresno, California, we had 285 very small 285
right.
masters.
This was a big regional back in the day.
Yeah. Playing on the 10th and 11th of June. The day 2 had like 6 and 3s in it. Like they didn't have enough people to just do 7 and 2. It was wild.
Yeah, it was a bubbling tournament. And yeah, some feel bads.
Absolutely. This was really fun to watch though.
It was a good tournament.
I saw some of day 1, and I only saw I think the top 8 matches here because then I had other things to do during the day. But we had Emilio Forbes finally show up and win a regional.
Emilio Forbes is cracked.
Yeah.
If he shows up to a tournament, he doesn't lose in Swiss. It's insane.
It makes no sense to me. His one loss was I think day 2.
It was. He is undefeated. Like his day 1 Swiss, I think he's lost 1 match all season or something like that. And day 1 Swiss, like that's insane.
It is absolutely wild.
Like it's hard to comprehend just how good that is.
And he's playing he's playing good stuff. He's playing Fluttermane, King Gambit, Arcanine, Iron Bundle, Amoonguss, and Iron Hands. Like that's
he's always played real like meta relevant teams though, because he played I think Dozo early series. Like
I'd have to
I
look.
think it was it San
I thought
Diego?
I
I think
heard
San
somewhere.
Diego.
Okay, well, we can find out. Hold on. I go find San Diego.
Yeah, the dude has had a great season though. Like, didn't he come into this? He only needed like 60 CP or something like that to.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, Emilio Forbes. He placed 5th in San Diego.
Yeah.
Okay, that tracks. That tracks.
Yeah, but I mean, he's been so good all season. He hasn't gotten that win yet until this time, but if he shows up to a tournament, like,
He's doing
look
well.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um.
if I had to put my money right now on somebody like at Worlds running day one, it might be him. Like,
Sure. Sure. Yeah, that'd be amazing to see. But yeah, so he had a good stuff team. Gavin Michaels, man after my own heart, man that I have been following in his footsteps.
Yeah. He's your spirit animal.
He's he brings the rain. Better than anyone else. Best rain player. I aspire to be half as good as Gavin Michaels. But Azu Rain, so Flutter, Amoonguss, Goldango, Azumarill, Pelipper, and Iron Hands. So with that solid rain core of heavy water hitter, Pelipper to set the rain, and Iron Hands that he has been running this whole time, and I think Goldango too, and probably Amoonguss has been the most popular. But this team is just so good. I'm going to be play testing this team or some variant of it for NAIC. But I'm going between Azu. I'm doing the same thing I did for Milwaukee. I'm going between Azu Rain and Palafin Rain. Shocking, I know. Hey, guess what? In Regulation D, I'm going to play Waltershifu Rain.
Yes, as you should.
Because that's going to be
so good.
Amazing. So excited for that water bear. But yeah, so this is super cool that he did as well as he did. And I will be stealing that. So we can talk more about that later. What else is super neat here? We did see Alberto Lara again bringing the keys.
Yep. Keys and Corviknight.
Keys, Corviknight. A Fluttermane, Klefki, Chiyu, Roaring Moon, which we haven't seen a lot of.
Yeah. He's another player that's had a great season, Alberto Lara.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's over 1,000 CP.
I can't.
We have 5. There's 5 people in the U.S. or in this region with over into North America with 1,000 CP or more.
It's baffling to me. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I got 40.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, I know it's so impressive. Like before this season, I was like, oh, I'm so excited to go play regionals. I'm not a terrible player. Maybe I'll get some CP. Maybe I'll get CP multiple times. But I've been to 5 regionals and I've only gotten CP once. And I'm like, oh, it's so hard to actually be that consistent at this game.
Consistency is the number one skill.
You have to place.
Well, it's some of these guys Joseph Ugarte, he's only won once, but he's got 1,018 CP. It's because he made 4 finals or something like that in a row.
Three finals. 3 finals but several top 16s at least, if not top 8.
But it's just some of these guys just always top cut something.
Yeah, it's baffling to me. So it's so cool. What else was super fun? The best.
Mouse made 3rd.
Mouse made 3rd. I was gonna mention Zachary Thornburg's. The best part I think about the streams was when Zachary Thornburg's Screamtail just floated for no reason.
Yeah.
That was the best graphical glitch I've seen in a while. It was just hanging out there and the internet went wild.
Yeah.
Why is it doing that?
And you know what? It didn't break the game or anything.
It still played fine.
It's just a fun little quirk there.
That's pretty funny.
It's not a glitch. It's a feature.
It's not a bug. It's a feature. And then the other fun thing here that I don't think we've seen do well, like get top 8, and I could be wrong, but seeing that Tyranitar Lycanroc Endeavor combo like get top 8 was pretty neat. Because I absolutely hate that combo.
Lindor was fun to watch on the stream too.
Yeah, it was. It was good matches.
Yeah.
We saw what it was
because they played Alberto Lara too. Didn't they have the Corviknight mirror? Yeah.
No. Maybe that might have been during Swiss actually.
Maybe
because we had Lin versus Emilio was on the top 4 match.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was streamed. Gavin Michaels versus Chupa was streamed, and I think Alberto Lara versus Zach was streamed.
Maybe I just heard him talking about it.
It could have been Swiss. It could have been this earlier Swiss that was streamed. Boy, I hope that I'm right in all of that because I said it with such confidence. But again, cool teams. I mean, we see what else? Let's just rapid fire some interesting things here. We do see Baxcalibur Dondozo did well with Kalen Brown.
There's always going to be a Dozo in Top Cut. Just one has to make it.
Yeah, Top Cut, but never first.
Yeah, always a bridesmaid.
Yeah. So that was really cool, fun things to watch. Anything else?
Not off the top of my head.
Cool.
I haven't.
That's regionals.
We've had a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
Our regionals are done.
Yeah. So that's like the wild thing too. It honestly feels like it was like a month ago that we all went to Orlando.
You say that like I think in like Knoxville and Charlotte, like it wasn't that long ago, but also at the same time, I feel like it was actually a long time ago.
A little bit of both, a little bit of A, a little bit of B. You kind of like
it's a weird paradox.
It's weird that it's coming, that this season's coming to an end, at least for us, right? Because I know you and I were going to NAIC, which is super exciting. Got to do a lot of practice and prep for that.
Yes.
And unless I just so happen to get a minimum of 260 CP at NAIC, which means that I get top 4, I think, maybe top 8.
I'm about to say, what's the...
Yeah, what's
250? No, you gotta get top 4. 320. So you gotta get top 4.
No, what if I get top 8 and I'm out by 10? I would be distraught.
You need to go play some of those premier challenges or something.
I would have to be like,
you have to grind some locals.
Something. You're
gonna have to be bribing and collusion and
it's like, please let me go. I'm so close. There was it Puerto Rico? There was a regional announced like that's like like the weekend before Worlds or something silly or some ridiculous, or weekend before, I forget, maybe NAIC. It was a bad time, with very little
notice.
August
24th of June, Caugus special event. That's coming up.
What was it? Either way, that would be funny. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, unless we do really well at NAIC, I don't think either of us are going to Worlds. I think Rowan might go to play the Open and spectate. I know he was talking about it because I think he wants to go with his wife and make like a cool trip out of it, which is super neat.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Which is what we would do.
Yeah.
Like Beck and I would do it if we weren't going to Japan 6 months later.
I can't splurge for a Japan trip, so.
Yeah, I feel that. We're going for 2 weeks in March.
This is going to be my like irony. Like I'm going to show up to NAIC. I'm going to win the whole thing, and be like, "All right, I won. Screwed all y'all out of your points, and I'm not going to Worlds.
And I'm not going
because I'm not getting a travel allowance for 500 CP.
That's
not
true.
even close.
That's very true.
That'd be halfway to travel allowance.
Oh, can't believe that. I get the snowball thing now. I completely understand how this. Yeah. How like all this.
And it's why these guys are like. That's why they go to so many events, because you have to. Because in North America, Colin Heyer is at number 8, so he's the cutoff for travel allowance, and he has 910 CP right now.
But like these people play so well that they do make some of their money back, right, in prizes, and then they can continue to go.
But the problem is though, is our way our price structure is like you're really only making money to pay for your next trip.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like if you win, you're actually probably pocketing in a couple of grand, but beyond that,
it's just barely covering your next trip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially it depends on where you have to fly from, where you have to fly to, hotels, whatever.
Yep. So
it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. Like you're just playing to play.
Again, like we said earlier, we're playing because we love the game, right?
Yeah.
And then doing well and all the other fun stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, there's stuff around it.
I mean, yeah, you get a little bit like, and there's like minuscule internet clout involved with VGC too. You know, you don't even get that. Like Wolf Glick is #1 VGC, YouTubeist.
Yeah.
And he's got 1 million subs, but like that's like nothing in the grand scheme of YouTube.
Yeah.
Like he's not one of YouTube's top creators at 1 million subs.
Right. It's wild. Speaking of that, it's a cool. They've lowered the YouTube partner program requirements. So
yeah, I saw.
That. So that means that we, as the Game Corner, are that much closer to being a YouTube partner.
If you just keep lowering the bar down to us,
no. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. You watch our stuff. Tell a friend. All that fun stuff.
Let's get to that number. Let's get to that 500. That'd be fun.
500 would be fun.
We can do something. We can do something special.
Yeah, apply for the YouTube partner program.
Oh yes, but we'll have to do a special.
We'll do something fun. Speaking of fun things that we're doing, let's talk about some of the collabs we have coming up, huh?
Oh yeah, we got.
So, what's first? The most prevalent thing for you, the listener, is the weekend right before NAIC. So the 24th, and I think it might be a 2-day thing, so 24th and 25th. We're working with Lily of the Valley, which is a group that does I think all they do is tournaments. But we kind of met, a couple of us met.
Char.
Zardy Char is the one I think he kind of heads it.
That's his main like server. He's been the one like spearheading that.
Right. So I think I forget if I faced him or I just ran into each other, but one of the mods, Jake's, shout out, hello, how you doing? We met at a regional, we kind of talked a little bit. We met at another regional, talked more, and then he said, hey, can y'all help us with this? So we haven't ran a battle corner because we wanted to make sure that we had everything ready for this, and just kind of all of our resources to help them. So as soon as I have information on that tour, I think they run their stuff through Limitless. I'm like 98% sure that's the case. We will go ahead and post that in our announcements and tweet it out, all that fun stuff. So make sure you're following us on Twitter. Make sure you're in the Discord. We'll make sure you get that information as soon as possible. Next episode, next week, hopefully we have a little bit more we can talk about on that. More details hammered out. I know they're working on things as well on their end for that to make all that happen the way they want it to. So look forward to that. It's going to be great NAIC prep, or otherwise just good best of 3 practice if you want to get involved with that. On the 26th, that Monday before NAIC, we have been invited to work with Literate Lessons on their episode. We're going to be saying hi, invading their podcast, and we'll be talking NAIC stuff with them. So we'll, of course, post that stuff when that episode goes live on that day. That'll be super fun for us. We had them on earlier on sometime last year. They joined us on the pod. A long
time ago, it feels like.
Yeah, it really does. Pokesports was episode 5. We had Mike and Kevin on. How did we get them so early?
I don't know.
And then Little Root Lessons was not that far behind either. So that was super fun. We'll get to go kind of invade their podcast. So look forward to that.
They're good guys. If you don't listen to them, go check them out. Good peeps.
Good peeps. They are good peeps. Yeah, they do fun things in their server as well. They do a lot of
they do a ton.
Stuff.
They're always running something.
Their server, their community is kind of what I aspire to for ours.
Yeah.
Like
they are
it's
active.
Awesome.
We're gonna need some mods.
That's true. They have a ton of mods too. Like they
do.
They got a good system going there. So if you're looking for another cool community,
they do like just a weekly best of 3. They pair you with someone random, basically. Like
right. They have the dojo stuff that they do.
Yeah.
I'll be saying hi and invading Pokesports the week of NAIC as well. So that's another collab. And then if things go well, whatever that means, I don't know yet. But if things work out the way I hope they do, we might have some really fun things come out of NAIC with a lot of us.
We need to.
Yeah. I want to show you what I have planned.
Don't turn on Tears of the Kingdom.
Well, hold on. No, we'll do that too. Don't you worry.
Oh, okay.
No. Actually, even more so, I'm bringing Diablo. Now we'll do something.
We play some beer card, but we need to record it this time.
Oh my goodness! No, that's absolutely wild. But yes, we'll talk about all that stuff.
Stream it
offline. Speaking of streaming, I'm gonna try sometime soon. Hopefully, I can get one in before NAIC. But I think after NAIC with Regulation D, I'm gonna try and do more battle videos and streaming on this channel, on the Game Corner YouTube. I want to give that a shot, right? Just kind of put more resources into this, get more content out under this name. So
are you gonna stream on
YouTube?
stream,
like go live on YouTube.
Good.
Because
Twitch.
Yeah, well, Roixen can stay on Twitch, Game Corner can be on YouTube, and we'll see how that goes. But I want to try and get some stuff set up there, so I don't want to commit to a date just yet. But that is something that I'm looking forward to and trying to kind of make happen, because it'll be super fun. And then we can hang out with you guys live, right? Like, if you all want to come watch me fail at Pokemon and make fun of me, in chat, that'd be great. I'd love it.
We need to figure out. We need to do some live streaming while we're at NAIC and go bug people. And
I'm going to talk to you as soon as we stop recording this about plans, because it's going to be super cool, and I'm excited about dumb things that I found.
Yes, let's do dumb things. I like that.
But I think that covers it. Is there anything else that I'm missing for kind of news and whatnot?
No.
We're going to finish this episode because we are so close to being the longest episode, and I'm going to keep that with Mike.
Oh, you know what?
We have to aspire to that.
He deserves it. He earned it.
All right. I think that's it. This is a long one, so y'all, if you've
a lot to go over,
stuck around this time,
Pokemon.
Yeah, that was an hour and 15 of all Pokemon. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We have been the Game Corner. We want to say thank you to RobKTA and Game Chops for the use of our theme song, Goldenrod Game Corner, off the Ultraball album. I have been Harrison. You can find me online at Twitch sometimes, and definitely Twitter at @row_xn. Oh, also, that's my Discord username, because I got that. That's exciting.
I got mine too.
Yeah, I mean, no one's using Roixen. That's nothing. Yeah. That's draconic. It's not even a real language. It's all made up words. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. You can find me in those places. Sheldon, who are you?
Sheldon. You can find me on Twitter at Captain_Unova, and everywhere else is just Captain Unova, Twitch, Instagram, wherever, TikTok, wherever you want to find me. I'll be around. And on Discord, because I got my name too. Thankfully.
Yeah.
Even though there's I couldn't get it on Twitter because someone had it from 20 long time ago, and they didn't even.
Hey, actually,
account.
I like the underscores. I think the underscores is very good.
Yeah, it gives it just a
longer.
touch. Yeah. But it's not good for SEO. If someone's looking for you, then.
Oh, that's very true. Shoot, that's very true. That's okay. The display name has a space.
Yes.
And together we have been the Game Corner. You can find us on Twitter at Game Corner VGC, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you're watching us. Then now, of course, but all of our stuff, Patreon, Discord. Please join the Discord. We would like more friends, and we want to get things going there. I have some other things are going to be happening, and we post all of our announcements in Discord as well. All of Rowan's stuff you can see in the link tree as well, because we have all of our sections in the link tree, and we just put all our stuff there. So go check it out. Share the podcast with a friend. Comment down below. Get us to that 500 subscriber, 3,000 watch hour limits, so we can
just put us on repeat.
We can make 12 cents
in the
an
background
episode,
while you
please.
sleep. Yes.
And look forward to all the things we just mentioned for collabs and fun things we have coming up.
Let us know if there's anyone you want us to try and collab with.
Or anything you want us to do. We're always looking for cool new ideas.
Yeah.
We might do them. In fact.
We'll at least think about it.
Yeah, it will definitely be a thought we have. Yeah. And I think at this point, we might have just usurped last episode as the longest. Thank you, or I'm sorry, whichever one is the more appropriate response. So until next time, when we go even longer, press start and game on. Bye!
Suck it, Mike. This is my title of being the longest.
Yeah, actually, if I leave this as the outro and the cold opening, we definitely beat that. And honestly, I'm not that shocked. We go on Rangents? We go on tangents. Random tangents. Rangents.
So, Rangents. There we go.
Rangents. Coined it here first. All right. I'm stopping the recording. Goodbye, everybody. That's a
title episode.
Rangents. Hold on. Maybe.
No one's gonna. They're not gonna know what's going on.
They won't get it. If they make it, if you made it this far, because I haven't stopped recording. If you made it this far, comments down below, Rangents. Or tweet at us, Rangents.
Yes.
Or find us at NAIC and just say Rangents.